So if we're going to take the same amount of time, which we said was 48 weeks, it says or 12 months. So we're equating that to about a year. How big would your monthly payment be, and how much interest would you have paid? So let us figure this out. This is what we just had that test over. So let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's use our credit card calculator. So go ahead and grab your MacBook. And we're going to go to the credit card calculator. If you saved it as a favorite, that's great. If not, you go to Google Classroom, it's under there. Here's our Google Classroom. I went to classwork, and I scrolled down. There's websites. It says credit card calculator. Let me just click on that link. Okay, we don't have to create an account or anything. So our credit card balance, since this is $966, our credit card interest rate was 29%. And desired, now we skipped the payment per month section. This is a little different than what we have done before. Desired months to pay it off. We want to pay it off in 48. No, that was weeks. So 48 weeks divided by 12. No, divided by 4 is 12. That's where we're getting 12 months. So we'll say about 12 months to pay it off. Because we say there's about 4 weeks in a year. And then hit calculate. Notice our monthly payment is $93. Now let's also write down how much interest we're going to pay in that year. How much interest? 158. That's that number over here. So we put in 12 months here. Our monthly payment is $93 to get it paid off in the same amount of time, approximately. I'll write that down. Okay, then on part B, okay, it says input the underlying data from above into this credit card. Delete the 12 months payoff time, and we want to know how many months it would take us if we pay the $19.99 a week, which is about $20 a week or $80 a month. So I'm going to delete the 12, and I'm going to put $80 per month right there. Still $966, still 29% interest rate. Just now we're going to say if we pay the $80 a month, how long will it take us to pay it off? Hit return. So how many months does it take us? 15 months. That's that big number right there. And then the interest is $190. So write that down too, so that we can make some comparisons. Okay, so just kind of put your MacBook kind of off to the side. I don't think we're going to use it anymore, but just in case. I'm going to go back to these notes. I'm going to write those numbers down. It was $93, and the interest was $158, and then it took 15 months. And what was the interest here? $190. Thank you. I didn't write that down on mine. Okay, so because we want to compare with Rent-A-Center, and Rent-A-Center who measures payments in weeks, and that's the way most rent places, because it sounds better if you're paying something per week. Using the Part B information, how many weeks would it take you to pay off the credit card bill, assuming 4 weeks in a month? So we have 15 months. How do you figure out how many weeks that is? Times by what? How many weeks are in each month? 4. So with the credit card, how many weeks is it going to take us to pay it off if we do $20 or $80 a month or $20 a week? Same thing. 60 weeks. Now look back at our table. How many weeks does it take to pay it off on the rent to own? That table on the first page. 135 weeks. Big difference. So, what would be our total cost of the washer dryer, including principal, which is how much you actually, the $966, and the interest payments given by the credit card calculator. So 966, and let's assume we're doing Part B. So the interest was $190. So $1,156. That's how much we'd end up paying for it. Less if we paid it off in the amount of time it asked us to. I can't remember what it was. $48 weeks. So 60. Okay. So how much money would you save by using a credit card to purchase the washer and dryer instead of going to rent to own? How much total does it cost at rent to own? It tells us on that table. $2,000 what? Yep, $2,699. That's the rent to own. And we're paying $1,156. So subtract that. That's the credit card amount. Subtract that, and that'll give us the savings. $1,543. 3, 4, 5. Yep. That's how much you're saving. So what's the downside to this method? No downside? Compare it to buying it for cash. More expensive. So that means we're paying interest. With the other method, we didn't have to. What about as opposed to rent to own? Why might rent to own be a different, I won't say a better option because it's not really a better option, but why might it be an option you need? What I think of. Okay. One thing that makes rent to own a little more appealing is that it's weekly payments. So one downside to this is you have to make monthly payments, which doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. And if you're good at budgeting your money, it's not an issue at all. But if you're not so good at budgeting your money, then it might be pretty hard to do that. It's a lot easier every week to pay somebody out of your weekly paycheck than to save it up and have it all